Changing and performing a servo calibration on a Z9000 Odorizer. First, you will kill power to the unit. Once you have killed power, you can remove the old servo and install a new one. Disconnect the power cable and remove the 3 bolts that hold the servo to the spool. And remove the old servo, leave the rubber or Viton spider in the coupler. Once you have your new servo, you lay it in the cabinet alongside the drip chamber, plug the cable in, can be difficult to align. And now you can restore power. When performing this on a line with low flow, you will want to close your odorant source valve coming from your odorant tank. We're going to use the local display for this. Okay, you will now go to the settings screen. You will have to press 7 to page down and select 3 for the servo calibration. The cursor is on the first line. You will toggle that using the number 8 button to yes. And press 5 to move the cursor down. Toggle execute to yes. You will then use the 7 key to page down to the next servo calibration screen. The cursor is under the no for disconnected. The servo is disconnected and laying on the bottom of the cabinet. You will toggle that to yes. And at this point it will ask you if the metering valve is open. That is when you'll turn the metering valve all the way counterclockwise until it stops, and then just bump it off of the jammed all the way open point. The servo is currently turning at this time. Once the servo is stopped turning, we will reinstall it, aligning the coupler with the spider. Okay, now we can reinstall the servo. Take care to make sure that it is properly aligned and install the bolts. The bolts need only to be finger snug, and there should be some play in the servo that allows it to float. Okay. Back to the local display. We will press 5 to move the cursor down to the valve open position. Toggle that to yes. We will use number 5 button to toggle down to the reattached, or to cursor down to the reattached. Toggle that to yes. The servo is now turning again and closing the valve. You can at this point go back to the settings page. Press 1 to go back to the drip page. And now we will just wait for the servo to finish closing the valve. You can now open your valve on your odorant tank for the source of odorant to the unit. Okay, the servo is stopped turning. We are now safe to press the green on-off button and turn the unit back on. If you do that too soon, it may not start. You can try again. There we go.